What's going on, guys? Nate the Great coming at you. I am back for another episode of my latest book that I just finished for my book review series called The One Thing. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this book. I mean, 1 million copies sold, New York Times bestseller, #1 Wall Street Journal bestseller, #1 Amazon bestseller, US Today bestsellers. I mean, how many more bestsellers can you get for real? But as you can see, the title, The One Thing. I mean, it's pretty common sense, especially for me that, I read a lot. So I've heard a lot of great things about this, but I thought I had 120%. I thought I knew what this book was going to be about, but honestly, this was a lot deeper than what I expected. So this book right here, it's not really that thick, as you can see. It's only like a little bit over 200 some pages, to be honest. The text really isn't that bad. It's really like not too little text, really easy text. It's got some great photos in it as well. Let me find one here. Yeah, like it breaks down like these things right here. Boom. About what you should focus on. So if you're really big into animation and pictures, I highly recommend this book. Even myself, I'm starting to realize all these books that I'm reading, I tend to get more into the books that have animation and more photos. And I think that's just, human psychology. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of us, we just tend to flock to photos that we see in the books, to say the least. But yeah, this is an amazing book. Just to really, I guess, recap a little bit, of course, like the one thing, right? You know what that is. We all have that one thing, or maybe we haven't discovered that one thing yet. It's never too late to discover that one thing. It's very important. And one of the biggest things, let me see if I can find it here, that I learned in this book that is going to help me a lot, and I believe it'll help you a lot as well. Let me see if I can find it here. It was a great principle, and it was about like setting your goals and things like that. Give me 1 second here. So there we go. Yep, goal setting. You guys are really going to get a kick out of this. So I think I'm just going to dedicate this video to this, because what I'm about to go over with you guys alone is worth so much. It can make such an impact on your life. So this is called goal setting to the now. Okay. Now don't worry. I'm not spoiling the book for you. This is one of many things in this book that I've learned that is going to help me big time. So obviously we all have goals at the end of the day. When you ask somebody, what's your goal? They're more or less going to give you what in the book they call a someday goal, right? Basically, what's the one thing I want to do someday? And most people, they're going to say, I want to be a doctor, which is why I'm going to school. I want to be, a big time entrepreneur. I want to be a speaker. No matter it is what they say, that's their someday goal. So, and I'm going to go down vertically, right? You have a someday goal, meaning what's the one thing I want to do someday? Once you have that figured out, what's your 5-year goal? Based on my someday goal, what's the one thing I can do in the next 5 years? Okay? After your 5-year goal, you have your 1-year goal. Based on my 5-year goal, what's the one thing I can do this year? Okay? After your 1-year goal, you have your monthly goal. Based on my 1-year goal, what's the one thing I can do this month? Based on my monthly goal, what's the one thing I can do this week? Based on my weekly goal, what's the one thing I can do today? And I'm sure you guys know what the last one is. Based on my daily goal, what's the one thing I can do right now? Or what's the one thing I can do at this moment? So again, you have your someday goal, you have your 5-year goal, your 1-year goal, your monthly goal, your weekly goal, your daily goal, and your right now goal. That's a lot of goals, right? But I think you get the picture. Well, maybe you don't. Nate, what do you mean by all this? So starting at the top with your someday goal, working all the way down, your ultimate goal is to achieve that someday goal. So you literally reverse engineer it. What do you got to do in the next 5 years? What do you got to do in the next 1 year? Monthly, weekly, daily, right now. What do you got to do right now to hit that someday goal? Oh, okay. What do you got to do right now to hit that daily goal? What do you got to do every single day to hit that weekly goal? What do you have to do every single week, every single day, every single moment to hit that monthly goal? What do you have to do every single week, month, day, and right now to hit that 1-year goal? What do you have to do every single year, month, week, day, and now to hit that 5-year goal? And last but not least, What do you have to do every 5 years? What do you have to do every one to month to week to day to right now to hit that someday goal? That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to make you, you're going to win. You're going to win no matter what it is you're trying to do. Like, if you go by what these goal setting techniques like literally say, something's bound to happen, right? It's going to take time. So that's what I want you to look at right there, because in the book it says, because you're training your mind how to think, how to connect one goal with the next over time until you know the most important thing you must do right now. As you guys can see, that is a very, very deep book. The One Thing, I highly, highly recommend. If you want a book to read, and I'm probably going to say this with every single book review. I'm probably going to say, hey, you got to get this book. You got to get this book, right? But this One Thing, it's incredible. I mean, even in the back of the book, like, it has a your own thing, because there's another principle about saying no, right? If you don't know how to say no, it literally will say no for you. And then on the back side, I mean, I won't spoil it for you guys, you just have to find out for yourself. But again, The One Thing by Gary Keller, I mean, that's a must read. So if you're looking for that book, it's not a hard read. It's pretty simple, to be honest. And I got through that book within, I read like 3 chapters one day, and then I read, I'd say, 15 chapters the next, and I completed the book. So it's a really easy read. I didn't really do too much skimming with it. So anyways, guys, like I said, go get that book. I highly recommend it. And yeah, just stay tuned for my next book review. I'm reading this book. It's called Riveted. It's a really great book, very big into psychology and things like that. It's going to be my next book review, so stay tuned for that. And again, hey, drop some comments below. Let me know your thoughts about these book reviews. I hope they're bringing you some type of value. I don't want to spoil them for you, so I'm trying my best not to do that. But I hope these book reviews are helping you. So let me know your feedback. Give me a good old like as well. Definitely appreciate that. And stay tuned for the next one. Nate the Great's out.